Welcome, everyone. Pop Friction is here. Keep watching, people. The show just gets better every episode. Just improvement upon improvement. You don't want to leave now because one day you can say, I was there at the beginning. Like with Game of Thrones, I was there from the start. And I'm here at the end because one day it will end. And it will end magnificently. But not anytime soon. I'm talking decades from now. We're taking over. Just you and me, fam. You and me. Just like these guys take over. They've taken over my heart. Not really. I've never been a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. I've never read any of the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Possibly the free comic book day offerings if they've had any. Honestly, couldn't tell you. I used to watch the Turtles back in the day when I was young in the 80s, 80s, 90s, whenever they came out with the cartoon. Late 80s, probably. Hated that cartoon, hated it. I did like the first movie when it came out. Had a few of the toys, like, of course, all these guys. Casey Jones was the shit back then. Like Mondo Gecko, and there was a couple others. Just the weirder ones, I guess. I was always more of a G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, Secret Wars, DC Superpowers, Thundercats kind of guy. Even She-Ra. I had some She-Ra figures. I'm not gonna lie. Never enjoyed the cartoon. After that, after the original cartoon, I didn't really watch the Turtles cartoons when they came on. And I did watch the animated movie from the early 2000s. Man, that was a beast. Some good shit. And this is some good shit, actually. I haven't read a Ninja Turtles comics probably since the late 80s, early 90s. And I didn't read that, the cartoon version of the comic. I read the Eastman and Laird stuff. Because I didn't know any better. I went to my local comic book shop with my father. My father used to take me all the time. And I was like, I want some Turtles comics. And all they had was that. They didn't have like Archie or whatever the fuck it was. So I put that on my pull list. Read lots of those. And they were good. And I used to think I'd read that comic. It's all dark and gritty and grimy and people dying and shit. And then I'd, Saturday morning I turned the cartoon on. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, why are they doing this? The movie was much more like the comic, but not really. You know what I mean? The comic wasn't funny. Michelangelo dropped a funny line every now and then. But this is actually really good. This first story, more of a preview for what's going on in the comic book right now. They're trying to get somebody to the hospital and all these mutants and the Foot Clan are trying to stop them. But that's not the great part. I mean, that's good. I like the new designs, which aren't really new, I guess, if you've been reading them. But this story, the second story, which isn't a story, this is what a free comic book day offering should be. This woman is telling the story of everything that's happened in the IDW comics up to this point. Like one or two pages for each character. I'm sure you can tell who those guys are going to be. Then we get down here to the Turtles. Oh, look how they're born. Cute little turtle. Then you move on to this character. We all know that guy's, is it Kang? Is it King? I can't remember. There's Baxter Stockman. Got a little bit about April down here. Who is she? What's she doing in this story? Got this cat guy. What's his name? Old Hob. See? Even tells you about these other minor supporting characters. This is what it should be. Like what all has happened up to this very month. So if you buy this, you can go pick up the new issue and start from there. I guarantee it. Look at this shit. Brilliant. This is what Free Comic Book Day offering should be from comic book companies. Look at that, that's good artwork. I like the redesigns here. Look at that. And it tells you everything. That's what Free Comic Book Day offering should be. Don't just throw them in the middle like this one. You know, just out of nowhere, you turn the first page, they're fighting, and that's all they do. And they don't tell you what the story is, who the characters are, why they're fighting. Bad comic. Good comic. Look, see, all this leads up to this. The next available issue is probably at your comic book store right now. Begins a storyline called City of War. There's all the other, these are the hardcovers where you can start if you want to read everything. I might do that. Because this was good. This was interesting stuff. I don't care about Star Wars. And look, they even got a little timeline so you can see, do this kind of shit, Marvel, DC. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice that. There's Bebop and Rocksteady. Is that Mondo Gecko? Dude, it's gotta be. That's cool. That's cool as fuck. That's a good design. I like that redesign. I like that artwork. What is this? Oh, Ghostbusters. I remember when they did the Infestation line. Where one storyline between all these books, so they didn't, from what I understand, they didn't really cross over. It's just the Infestation, I believe that's what it was called, just took place in all these books. There we go. There's the man, Yosagi Yojimbo. Loved him. I need to get into Yosagi. Good stuff, man. Like, this is the way they should do. All of them should do this. Give them a lead up to what's currently happening. And then you can throw in, you know, a couple little 2 or 3 page shorts. Like, this was good. This was entertaining, but that's not where the meat of the turtle sandwich is. Or turtle soup, if you will. This, because I had no idea what the fuck's going on reading this. But I read all this. Now I'm intrigued. Do more of this, people. Do more of that. It's not supposed to be there. It's not next. Kill. Next. Spawn. #1. From Image. It's just a reprint of the... Let's just get this out of the way, because this is fucking... Man. I haven't read a Spawn comic since this first came out. I guarantee it. And this dialogue is horrible. Just horrible. I was never a fan of McFarlane's art, Todd McFarlane. Never. Don't like it. Think it's ugly. And not in that good Jack Kirby, Paul Pope, John Romita Jr. kind of way. Like, this is just... Dialogue is atrocious. It's not... It's dated, but it's... Even then, it was bad. Pacing is bad. Look at that. That's terrible artwork. There's no like... Get this out of the way. Fuck. Garbage. If you've seen the movie or watched the animated series, you know what's happening. Let's rip off some Frank Miller here. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. He's in the dumpsters. Jesus, what am I? You're a shitty comic book character. I never understood why people loved Spawn. Never understood. Anyway. Moving on. Up next. Year of the Villain. Tune in next time on Pop Friction. Don't transform. Don't roll out. Stay tuned.